Hello everyone, and welcome into today's live stream. For those of you who do not know who I am, my name is Melody Unique, but I go by Mystique Awakening here on the internet. I'm an energy healer and a spiritual mentor, and in today's live stream, we are doing some Reiki for healing your relationships. The relationship that you have with yourself, the relationship that you have with your coworkers, family, friends, loved ones, even the relationships that have not yet come into your life, but you're looking to attract healthy partnerships. This is the perfect live stream for you to be a part of. Hi Shasta, it's been a while since I've seen you here. If you are new to my healing, my energy, my account, then let's introduce you to the world that I have created here on the internet. On these live streams, we do focus on Reiki for the first half, and at the bottom half or the end half of the live stream, we do energy readings where I tap into your individual energy and see where you are blocked. And since today's theme is all about relationships, if you have been really working on your ability to have healthy, harmonious, peaceful, and balanced relationships with yourself or with others, but you're still trying and you haven't really gotten to the point where you're experiencing them yet, then allow me to help you with that process. Anytime you are dealing with something in your external reality that you do not prefer, typically that is a reflection of what's going on within you. So if you're feeling blocked in relationships, blocked from love, then there's probably something going on in your inner being. I break it down to your main energy centers, from your root, your sacral, solar plexus, heart space, throat, third eye, and crown. I will tap into your energy, see where you're blocked, underactive, or overactive, plus give you some tips to heal and repair this blockage so that your energy is flowing properly. If there are any messages from your spiritual team that you need to know or hear right now, I will also translate those for you as well. You can get in line at the top of my page. It's the link in my bio. You click that and click Energy Insight Report, and that's how you can be next in line. I'm already forming a bit of a line right here, but I'm still going to stay with a little bit of Reiki for just a moment for you guys before getting into those readings, so you have a chance to sign up. I only have a few available spaces for you. I think I'm only really able to take about 4 different spaces today. If you want your reading on the live stream, make sure that you are getting that as soon as possible, or if you prefer to have your reading via email instead, you can let me know that too. Go ahead and take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good. Take your hands, rub them together, blow into them 3 times. Take your left hand, place that on your heart space. Right hand goes on your belly. Close your eyes. Align your spine from root to crown. All the way straight, rolling your shoulders up, back, and down so that they're sitting in their sockets nicely. Unclench your jaw by separating your teeth and put your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Relax all the muscles of the face, all the muscles of your shoulders, all the muscles of your waist, your hips, your thighs, your knees, shins, ankles, feet, and toes. And tap into that emotional body. We're focusing here on the emotional body today because our emotional body is a huge component that rules our relationships. So take some time here to settle in. Tap into that inner being. How is it doing? How is that relationship that you have with yourself? Has it been a long time since you've established a healthy relationship with yourself? Do you trust yourself? Are you confident in yourself? Have you supported yourself? Breathe in deep, in through the nose, deep down to the belly. From the belly, exhale through the mouth. Again, 2 more cycles of breath in through the nose. Down to the belly. From the belly, out through the mouth. One more time, make it the biggest inhale and exhale. In through the nose. Down to the belly. And out through the mouth. Good. Keep your eyes closed. Take your hands, wrap them around yourself. Give yourself a big hug. See if you can connect your fingertips behind your shoulder blades and sway. Give yourself a little bit of TLC, some tender love and care. If it's been a long time since you've given yourself some love, really sit in this moment here. Take that time, that opportunity to do so. It all starts with you. Everyone is you pushed out. Your external reality is a reflection of your inner world, and your inner world is the relationship you have with you. Good. One last refreshing breath, and then you can unclench yourself, unwind. Allow your eyelashes to bat themselves open. And really sit with this grounded presence that you have at this time. During the time that we are doing some Reiki, I want you to focus inward. I want you to focus into the aspects of yourself that need some more love, that need some more recognition, that need to be released, that are ready to be released. This time is all about you, for you to find some peace, some harmony, and some balance. So allow yourself to integrate with the energy of this live stream. You can like the live stream, share the live stream, follow me if you haven't already for some more healing energy. And if there's any questions that you have about healing the relationship with yourself or with other people that you want answered, let me know right now. And in a bit, we're going to get into those energy insight reports. So let's go ahead and get started. Keep breathing. Your breath is your spirit, and you never want to be disconnected from your spirit, so allow yourself to focus on your breath. You are here now. The hard part is over. You get to relax, restore, rejuvenate, recharge. You are safe, you are calm. To feel this energy even more, you can consent out loud in your head or even in the chat. 2 spots filled for energy insight reports. I'm only taking about 2 more, so make sure that you get in line so that you can get your energy reading here on the live stream. Yes, Shasta, yours went through. Ashley, yours went through. Christy, yours went through as well. So one more spot. Maybe I'll open up another little spot. There's 2 of you who want to get your energy reading here on the live stream. Go ahead and tap the link at the top of my page. Jean Marie, I do have a YouTube. If you are looking for more high quality long form Reiki videos, your best bet is to join my Reiki membership called Inner Harmony at the top of my page, where I do weekly Reiki videos that I don't post on YouTube. It's 444 where I'm at. Anyone else? Yes, Christy, of course. For anyone who wants an energy reading but doesn't want it on the live stream, or they're not going to stay on the live stream for long, you can receive your report through email instead. Jen, the link is at the top of my page. Click Energy Insight Report. Breathe in. Don't lose focus. There's a lot going on. But stay connected. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Let me get a show of hands if this is your first time here with me. Welcome, welcome. Hello, everyone. If you are new here, then welcome. I love you. You are safe. Thank you for taking some time to tap in to this healing for the greater good. This healing is for relationships. So if you have just gotten out of a heartbreak, if you're looking to attract healthy and positive partnerships, if you're just looking to stabilize and find some peace and balance with the relationship that you have with yourself, this is perfect for you. Make sure that you are following me to make sure that you are always in the know of when we have these live streams and to help you with some future guidance. I typically work with a lot of work from home 9 to 5 and entrepreneurial moms who are looking to balance work, parenthood, and their self-healing journey. But anyone who is looking to heal themselves and overcome resistance and blockages in their energetic body are always welcome. I know someone asked earlier, how does Reiki work? Reiki is its own consciousness, and so it can be sent without the limitation of time or space through the screen. It is a Japanese healing and relaxation technique. The more that your body relaxes, the more that its healing abilities will kick in and alchemize or transmute any negativity, any blockages, any ill will, jealousy, evil eye, anything unwanted in the body that is harming it. It will help. It works on many different levels, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Beautiful. I'm going to take a little bit of a water break, get back into some healing, and then I have about 1 or 2 more spots left for energy readings, so we will tap into those soon. Anyone else have some water? Cheers. the energy readings all for seeing if you have blockages right now? Yes, but since we are doing Reiki for relationship healing, if you have any issues in your relationships that you want to address, I can tap into your energy and see what is blocking you energetically from receiving the love that you are desiring, or anything that is regarding your relationships in general. Take a deep breath in, everyone, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Good, in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth, and in through the nose, out through the mouth. Beautiful. For those of you who don't want the Reiki to stop and you are interested in having 24/7 access to my energy and my Reiki, you can go to the top of my page, click the link that's inside my bio, and join Inner Harmony, where every single week I am providing you with a new long form, which means 10 minutes plus HD, so not recorded on a phone, Reiki session for many different areas of your life. You can send requests, and soon there will also be some energy readings, so pick a pile card videos on there as well. That Reiki membership is everything that you need to stay peaceful, harmonious, and balanced within yourself. Now we are switching gears into energy insight reports. So again, I have about 1 or 2 more places or spaces for you guys to pop on in. Make sure that you're getting in line ASAP, or else your energy reading will just have to be through email instead of live here on the stream. Last thing I want to mention is that while you guys are still here, even listening to other people's energy readings, seeing where they're blocked, associating it with yourself, seeing if you may have that blockage as well so that you can heal different components of yourself, know that I also have a program called Unblocked, which really helps you to release and heal the emotional barriers that are keeping you from having a healthy relationship with yourself and with others. It is a 3-month process where we get to work one-on-one together, and you really get to overcome the resistance of fear, doubt, lack, and worry when it comes to any of your relationships, and balance those relationships with the demands of work. If you're looking to heal with me in that program, it is application based only, because I want to make sure that only those who are really looking to heal and are dedicated into having those kinds of relationships that will serve them the best, those are the people that I want in the program and no one else. For more questions or information on that, you can DM me either on Instagram or here on TikTok. Let's go ahead and get into the readings. So Christy, I'm not sure if you're still here, but you were the first one to sign up for an energy insight report. Again, anyone else wanting to sign up can go to the top of my page and click the link that's inside my bio. Courtney, yes, you can Venmo me. And let me know, Courtney, too, in the Venmo, if there is a particular area of concern for you. Wanting to make sure that Christy, if you are still here, let us know. If you're not still here, I will just email you instead. Christy Renee. You are still here. Beautiful. Okay. So for you, some areas of concern are postpartum, throat chakra, relationship troubles, and having too much empathy. I definitely feel you on that. I understand what it's like to have a little bit too much empathy, but also understand that your empathy is a gift. Your empathy is a gift, so make sure that you're treating it as such. However, I know that the sensitivities of having so much empathy can be a bit overwhelming, so we'll see what's really going on with your energy. Since you got a full insight report, I'm going to make sure that I have those messages from your spiritual team. And let's see. Okay, that's all that we got. Perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and have you, Christy, consent out loud in your head or even in the chat. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Okay. 3 main areas of blockages for you that I'm seeing so far, Christy, are definitely the sacral, definitely the heart space, and definitely the throat. I'm feeling something in your crown as well, and I'm sensing it could be some overactivity in the crown. That could probably also be your antenna, so to speak. So we feel empty through our heart space, but we attract a lot of that energy through our antenna, through our crown. And so I'm sensing right now exactly what I need to tell you later on. We're going to start with the other blockages first, but I definitely know what to tell you later on in terms of allowing that antenna, so to speak, be something that is not necessarily less sensitive, but you know exactly how to kind of turn it on and turn it off when you want to keep yourself protected. So let me see. For specifically the sacral, I want to start there. This has to do a lot with the postpartum that you are experiencing. Obviously, that is the area of the womb as well, the area that we carry a lot of cosmic energy to when we think about it. You bring in new life from the ethers into the physical form through this area. And so what I know as well is that how you experienced your pregnancy is typically what is the result in your postpartum. Like your postpartum is the result of how you were experiencing energy and emotions in your pregnancy. So I'm not exactly sure exactly how your pregnancy terms were, how it went, if it was very much like a roller coaster ride, or maybe there was just a lot of emotions and you didn't know exactly how to process all of them, and now you're into the part where you're experiencing kind of not the backlash, that's like the wrong terminology for it, but you're experiencing the residual energy and emotions because of that. And so with that being said, it's very, very, very important that you establish a healthy, strong, and consistent relationship with your emotional body, not only for your sacral, but for your heart space. And because 2 of those areas are in a state right now of I want to say it's kind of weird. I honestly sense sometimes they go from a block state to then a very overactive state to then a block state again and an overactive state. So immediately when I sensed them, I was like blocked. But now as I'm tapping a little bit more, I can see how sometimes they go through this process where it's just like blocked, overactive. So it's definitely an interesting time for you right now. I can sense a lot of emotions are shifting. You're like so on point with the postpartum, okay? I can see a lot of energy is shifting throughout you, and I feel like it's just like recycling and recycling and recycling and recycling. We need exit points for this, and so energy cleansing is something that's going to be super important for you. I would definitely say tapping into the element of water to purify you, to allow you to release these emotions and release these energies is so important. And of course, allowing yourself to integrate with the energy and the element of Mother Earth. So the 2 biggest elements for you to be cleansing with right now, based off of your body and based off of what I'm hearing your spirit guides say, it's definitely earth and water. Fire can be used, but almost sparingly at this point. I'm not sure if you are experiencing a lot of inflammation right now. So right now I'm kind of sensing not so much the fire, but the fire can be good from time to time. I'll let you know some more details about that in your email afterwards. But again, primarily connecting to Mother Earth energy, just charging a lot of that emotion that you're feeling, the frustration, anything that's really surfacing up. So if you have those times in your day where you're like, it's surfacing up again, like I'm feeling overwhelmed, I'm not sure what your next step is that you typically do. If you just try to close your eyes, relax, lay down, energy cleanse. Like the second that you feel it, energy cleanse, discharge that to give your unwanted energy an exit point. That will definitely really help you. blessing some water, some moon water. So getting the next new moon, full moon, I forget when that is, putting some water, blessing it with the intention of healing your postpartum, with healing your, because that's what's also with the relationship issues as well. So your relationship troubles with the sacral and the heart space, allow that water, bless it with the postpartum, bless it with the relationship issues, and with that you can put that water on your hands and put it right onto like your ovaries, and just allow yourself to flow, allow yourself to breathe, allow yourself and your emotions to rise as they naturally and organically will, and then see what messages those emotions have for you. Because a lot of the times when I'm working with people, especially in my Unblocked program, I'm letting them know, hey, your emotions have a message for you, they have a lesson for you, and it's up to you to be able to hear those messages. And if you're not actively listening to those messages or understanding the lessons that they're trying to show you at that time, then it's just going to be suppressed and then spiraled more into an uncontrollable state. And you don't want that. Obviously, you want a little bit more emotional stability is what I can gather here, especially because if you don't have emotional stability within yourself and you're having a whole bunch of empathy for other people, it's literally just like two tidal waves clashing in, and one of those tidal waves isn't even your mess. And so I always say too, with the energy cleansing, your ability to release your own garbage, so to speak, you cannot take care of other people's garbage and take out their own trash, especially if you're not able to take out your own trash as well. And so that's what I have to say for the sacral, and for primarily the heart space. You can do the same process of putting the water on your hands, putting it directly onto your heart space, or you can also drink it. When you drink that moon water, then the same kind of process can happen, and then you can discharge all of that emotion, all of that energy. But make sure that you are infusing this intention, make sure you're infusing your own energy and integrating your own energy and divine essence with this process. It's not about the tools, it's about you using the tools to work for you in the way that you need it to, okay? What else am I sensing for you? I did sense the throat space. Wondering what is going on there. You said just throat chakra in general. It's feeling actively inflamed. This is like the area where I'm sensing inflammation. So I'm not sure if you have had issues with tonsillitis in the past. Maybe it's flaring up again, or you just have a sore throat, or maybe you find yourself trying to literally convey your emotions and you're not finding the right words and they're coming out very spicy. Maybe the inflammation is not necessarily something that's a physical trait, but it's more of an energetic trait, where maybe you're getting a lot of your anger out through your throat chakra, because again, maybe it has nowhere else to escape. But that's kind of what I'm sensing here for you. But I almost really sense it in like the tonsil area. So again, whether it's something that's actually physically impacting you or not, I'm definitely sensing some sort of heat there that is rather uncomfortable. So for this area too, water is going to be great. Of course, allowing yourself to ingest that water, or place your hands with the water here and allow that area to just cool off. Breath work is also something that can be very helpful too, especially if you're trying to like discharge that anger, or you're feeling very frustrated, you're feeling very bitter, you have a lot of resentment. Maybe you feel like you've been talking a lot of smack lately. Sometimes, you know, that happens. It can be a cathartic experience to talk bad, and I get it, but watch what you're saying and who you're saying it to. But also, if you feel like you have to like really release those words, like you just cannot hold them back, get into breath work and do more of like a lion's breath, which is where you're inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth, and you're literally going like and allowing your tongue to like protrude and really release. And that way it kind of simulates screaming and yelling without actually hurting your throat. You said lots of resentment and afraid to speak up for yourself. It's almost like that energy is so pent up there that it's like the energy itself is getting frustrated, because I always say that emotion is just energy in motion. And if you're not allowing that emotion to do what it needs to do to bring you the message, so you can learn the lesson, so that you can identify what it is that it's telling you, and then actually process it and filter it out of your body and out of your being, if you're not doing that process, it becomes very solid within you. And that kind of solidity in the emotions for your throat space specifically, the way that it's reacting is causing, I'm feeling just a lot of heat. So cool that area down by allowing yourself again to release the way that you can, release in a very healthy way, use those elements, and also just make sure that you're using your breath. When you are able to kind of release the surplus of emotion that you have, you might find that it's a lot easier for you to actually express the words that you're meaning to say, because now you're not doing this whole thing where you're like, I want to say something, but it's going to come out too emotional and I don't want people to think I'm so emotional, so I'm going to hold it back. You're going to already like decompress so much of that what you do say will just be honest and truthful. And if you have to have the conversations with yourself or with your higher self first before you then go and have the conversation with the other person, that's also something that I teach people how to do all the time, because once you have that conversation with yourself or with your higher self or with their higher self, when you have the actual physical conversation, one, it's like you've already recited it, and two, you've already worked on the energetics behind it. So no matter if you say the right or wrong words, it's going to come across because you told it to their spirit first. So that's what I'm sensing there for the throat space. For the too much empathy part, that just comes with, again, you are dealing with postpartum. You have a lot of that cosmic womb energy. And so you had been in a space for so long that you were straddling between two worlds. So not only you being a woman having a great capacity for empathy with others, you were straddling two worlds of spirit and matter for such a long time that it also amplified that ability for you to be connecting to others. But again, if you're not releasing your own stuff, it's going to be really hard for you to take on other people's. So what we really have to focus on here is not lowering our amount of empathy, but it's actually just protecting your energy. Protecting your energy does come with energy cleansing, which is great, but protecting your energy also means too that you are using your throat to set those boundaries. You're using your throat to prioritize your needs. You're using your throat to tell other people what you need from them and what you don't need from them or can't handle from them. And with that comes you just being more solid within yourself. That also allows you to trust yourself even more. And when you're able to trust yourself even more, you gain confidence. When you gain confidence, you gain security. When you have security, you're able to live a life where you are not always feeling taken advantage of, okay? And I feel like right now, whether it's physical, whether it's emotional, whether it's mental, maybe even spiritual, I feel like people have been taking advantage of you and you've been letting it happen because you don't know how to protect yourself. And so again, protecting your energy through energy cleansing is great. Protecting your energy through your throat center is also great. The last thing that I would say, I also have a combination here of, I don't know who that is. I have people who come into my door all the time and I need a no solicitor sign, so sorry. But for the crown chakra, you have this antenna, so to speak. So essentially, we're going to get really woo-woo here, but if we take the energy centers from the root all the way to the crown, we think of the root as literal roots crawling into the earth, like veins coming from our base of our spine or through our feet, integrating with the element of earth, okay? As we do that, just like a tree does, it will start to sprout upwards and create these branches. That's what happens through our crown, and then we have these little antennas that connect us to collective wisdom, collect us to source consciousness, to our own spirit, to our higher self, spiritual team, everything like that. And what happens is that when we have that super connected beingness within us, other people can tell. And when other people can tell, they flock to us, whether they are the right people or the wrong people. So the energy vampires are the people who really relate to us. And so what you can do is actually veil yourself, which means putting some sort of hat, bandana, scarf, something that you have, like some sort of fabric that you can put on top of your head and bless that. You can bless that with the moon water. You can bless that with Florida water. You can do a smoke cleanse on it. You can pray upon it. And when you're able to do that and set it with the intention of protecting your crown, protecting your third eye, you put that on, and then you can go to the grocery store. You can go out in public. You can go to, I don't know if you are working right now, but you can go to work and maybe they'll still allow you to have that, or maybe you can close your office door and then put it on. But that will allow you to conceal that part of yourself and keep all of that beautiful energy in yourself, if that makes more sense, so that it's not as easily accessible to other people. And it's also just a literal physical barrier between other people's energy and your own energy. You want to make sure that you're energy cleansing at the beginning of your day and at the end of your day. And with that being said, that pretty much concludes your breakdown and the healing tips that I can offer for you at this time, because again, I don't want to overload you or overwhelm you. But I'm going to leave you all of this information in the email afterwards. Now, your spirit guides did come to me throughout that whole entire process, but I'm going to sit here and see if there's anything else that your spirit guides have to say for you at this time. Give me 1 second here. there's a lot of head energy. They just keep saying it's very, very, very overactive in the crown. So that could lead to a lot of overthinking, chronic worrying. That could lead to a lot of even like doubt of the future, insecurity of the future, not being able to really see what the future holds for you. You could be feeling very dizzy, confused, like mental fog. And so clearing that up again, that would be the process of veiling, but that could also really be like a good smoke cleanse to the top of the head. What else am I sensing for you? I'm not sure when the last time you got a full like Reiki session or some sort of energy healing was, but it's definitely time for you to do so that you can heal from the outside in and heal from the inside out. Because what I'm sensing for you at this time is your spirit guides are letting me know like she can do this, but it's a lot. She can do it, but it is a lot. And so you might need some like reinforcement. So if you're looking for some more help from me specifically, I've definitely got you covered. I've already tapped into your energy, so I know what to focus on, but it seems like you need a little bit of help. It seems like you need like a little bit of a mommy break where someone else just has to like take the wheel for a hot second so that we can kind of unburden a lot of what's going on for you. You can do it by yourself and that's totally fine. But if you're needing some help and some sort of relief, I would definitely suggest that it's time for an energy healing, especially if you've never had one before. Definitely time for one, because like I always tell my clients, when you go in for a massage, there's a reason why. Like you can only massage like one hand at a time. You can only massage like maybe your legs, but you can't get like the nooks and crannies. You can't get to those hard to reach spots, but someone else can. And so at this point, I think that it might be in your best interest, because they're not even giving me any like pointers for the future or ways to like navigate your life. They're literally just telling me like you need an energetic break, you need a cleanse, you need to like be flushed out, like you need like relief and release like right now. So that's all that they're really telling me. Yes, but if there's anything else that they have to tell me or tell you, I will let you know in your email. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and tap out of your energy and close you out. Thank you so much for allowing me to tap in the first place and trusting me with translating these messages from spirit. No problem. You're very, very welcome. All right, let's keep going here. Any questions though with that, whether it's Christy or anyone else who is listening in? Any questions with anything that we said? The next one who is here is Ashley. So Ashley, if you're still here. Catherine, I need to get rid of blockages. Catherine, if you need help with getting rid of blockages, you can DM me unblocked to see if we're a good fit to work together. And that way I can help you figure out where your blockages even are so that you can heal them and start to feel better. So Ashley, you're still here. Beautiful. So for you, we're just doing the energy reading of blockages only. And so challenges, you're saying unknown reason for depression and overly emotional. I can tell you right now, probably without tapping into your energy, it has something to do with your solar plexus, your root, and even your sacral. Maybe your heart space, maybe, but I would definitely say it's something in the lower three. But let me go ahead and tap in. I'm going to have you Ashley consent out loud in your head or even in the chat. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Very first thing is what I'm seeing, the solar plexus, and I definitely saw a lot of red, which is correlated to the root. So give me 1 second to tap in fully. Let's see. Your root is giving me a very interesting image, but it almost feels swollen. And so swollen to me again is like inflammation. I'm not sure if you are physically inflamed. Maybe you have a job where you stand all day long, like literally stand all day long, and your feet are sore, they throb. Maybe you're a nurse, maybe you're someone who works in retail, I'm not sure, but I'm almost sensing a little bit of that for you. For you, it's so important to be grounding your energy at this time. So important. When we do not connect to Mother Earth energy, we, like we were talking about with the reading earlier, when we are not connected to Mother Earth energy, our like roots retract, and so do our little antennas. And then we are so confined into this human experience that we're only really living half of it. Like, our human experience is both spirit and matter. And when we are not connected to Mother Earth energy, we can get so into the density, the heaviness, the stress, the burnout, the overwhelm of the world without being able to have that kind of relief. And so even if you do try to meditate, you're not really going to get very far. Even if you do try to get your messages from spirit, you're not going to understand all of them. Even if you do try to remember your dreams, you're not going to remember all of them or understand the hidden meanings of the synchronicities that are presenting themselves to you at that time. And so it's very important that we are not only connecting to ourselves in a spiritual way, we're connecting to ourselves in a very material and physical way too. And right now, that's just like really what you need. I sense so much energy is trying to exit that area. So whether it's a physical ailment or it's something more energetic, I see that area swelling for you. And so allowing that area to not only cool off with the literal physical energy of the earth by having skin to earth contact at least 20 minutes a day, but for you, I would say try to do 30 minutes every single day, if not more. Beginning of the day, like right after you wake up, is perfect. Even adding some time right after you get off of work or right before you go to bed, also perfect. But allowing yourself to just discharge all of that, whatever's in your head, whatever's in your heart, whatever you're worrying about, whatever you're anticipating, allow all of that energy to then just go straight through the bottoms of your feet. Or if you're doing hands-on contact with like your plants that you're gardening or something like that, discharge all of that energy. Mother Earth will suck that right up and detox you real quick. And once she detoxes you, she also infuses you with everything that you need to rebalance yourself. And I can really sense that you're needing that rebalance, especially too, because if you are having those symptoms of depression, it can be so hard to shake off when you don't know what you're doing. But typically when you connect more to your physical body, that's when depression actually takes a turn for the better. And I know this because I used to deal with depression for my whole entire life up until about a little bit over 4 years ago. And I haven't had a depressive episode since, and I'm very happy and proud of that. And I know it's not a fluke, because every single time I had a huge depressive phase in my life, I would get out of it, and it was always temporary, and I never knew how to repeat that process and stay out of it and have long-term results until I got into my energy centers and until I got into my physical body. So having some sort of routine where you are actually getting active, whether it's exercise, whether you're just having fun, jogging, going outside with the kids, I'm not sure if you have kids, being able to get into your physical body, work up a sweat, and just feel flow without any sort of deadline, without any sort of end goal other than you just feeling free and connecting back into the aspect of you that's material and physical. That is going to be such a game changer for you. Not only will it help you on a root level, it's going to help you on a sacral level, it's going to help you on a solar plexus level. And the solar plexus is what I'm seeing right now is underactive, and it's very, very, very underactive. So that means very little energy flow is actually coming into this energy center. When we have a blockage or underactivity, overactivity in any sort of one of these energy centers, it impacts the whole entire system. So even if I'm just reading your blockages right now, even though technically I'm reading something that's underactive, even though I'm just reading those, know too that there's probably other aspects of your energetic body that is suffering because of this. But because we're really focusing on the depression, we're really focusing on you being overly emotional, we have to make sure that you're getting into your physical body, because that's going to be one way to help release that quickly. And then we can kind of get into the processing of the emotion. Sometimes we can't process the emotion being bottled up, right? So if you're bottled up in your root and you're trying to process and release emotion, you can get into a spiral where you're just crying and crying and crying, or you're very, very frustrated, or like it just feels so uncomfortable for you to express these emotions, feel these emotions, and you never want to do it again. So I want you to focus first on getting the physical aspect, getting some areas of, you know, some avenues to open up for you for that excess energy to kind of like spill out and allow itself to release, and then you can work on the like emotional body aspect of it first. But for you, physical body's got to be the number one thing, and then second after that is going to be the emotional body. From there, if you're dealing with any sort of situations or negative aspects in your mental body or spiritual body, those will come easier and those will come later. And if you want to work with those more in the future, you can work with those with me. But definitely that earth to skin contact, you getting into your physical body on a daily basis, like girl, daily basis, do not BS me, daily basis physical body routine, plug it into your schedule every single day right now, like right now, because if you don't, you're just going to prolong this experience for yourself. And I get it, when we're in depressive episodes, when we're overly emotional, we don't want to do much. Why do you think it is that the second that we're overly emotional, we just want to lie down? We just want to do nothing. We just want to do the same thing over and over again. We don't want to brush our teeth. We don't want to take a shower. We don't want to floss. We don't want to eat sometimes. We don't want to tap into the physical body. And the more that we do that, the worse off that we feel, even though that's the only thing that we want to do. We have to do the opposite. We have to get into the physical body. But that's really what I'm having to say for you today. If I were to have you energy cleanse with any other element other than earth at this time, I would probably say water, I think, is going to be too much for you. If you're overly emotional, I would stay away from cleansing with water for right now. I would probably focus on doing some sort of fire, so like a smoke cleanse for you. That could be the best at this time. Even an egg cleanse, because an egg cleanse is very gentle and it just focuses on extracting and absorbing impurities and negativity in the body. So I would definitely say an egg cleanse. I'll make sure to link that into your email afterwards as well. But that's what I have for you at this time, Ashley. If you have any questions about that process, we can talk about it more afterwards. But you too, if you're really focused on getting unblocked, I would actually say you might benefit the most from my other program, which is called Beyond Balance, which takes, again, you understanding your energy centers, but it takes it more on like a beginner level, I would say. I mean, it's really kind of like intermediate, but it takes you from wherever you are on a spiritual journey to the point where you can become a little bit more of a master of your own energy and really understand on a physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual level what you can do to find balance and peace within yourself and really regulate your nervous system, which is what I'm seeing that you may need a lot of at this time. So that's what I have for you right now. Thanks so much for allowing me to tap into your energy. I'm going to go ahead and close you out. Carissa, how do I ground myself in winter? So there is a whole entire process that goes into this. And for anyone who's wanting to protect their energy using all 5 elements, at the top of my page, click the link in my bio. You can actually see a video that says protect your energy. Get that video, because to be honest, this is something that I talk a lot about on my TikTok, and it's something I talk a lot about on my live streams, but it's very nuanced and I don't want to miss any sort of part. So Carissa, I would say go ahead and the short answer is using rocks and using tools, but there's a certain way that you want to prepare them. There's a certain way that you want to initiate these rocks for your healing journey. So I don't want you to just go and grab some rocks and be like, okay, what do I do now? I want you to actually go through the correct process, or it might not work for you. So Carissa, you can either DM me personally and then we can chat about it more, or the easiest way that I've already explained it in is a video that you can access at the top of my page, and it walks through not only the rocks, but it walks through all of the other elements as well. Okay, good. So I think now that we're on to the next one, we have Shasta. Beautiful. I think we're like on time here. Sweet. Shasta, are you still here? Let me know. Yay. Shasta's like, all areas are concerning, to be honest. Okay, sweet. So let's see here. Okay, so beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and tap into your energy, Shasta. I will have you consent out loud in your head or even in the chat. Take a deep breath in. And deep breath out. Okay. Definitely sensing some third eye energy here. We're going to get into that in just a moment. It's impacting your throat as well. I did sense the heart space and I'm sensing the sacral, so let's go ahead and see what is really going on. I'm actually sensing that you may be getting some psychic headaches, Shasta, or just feeling a lot of physical pressure. Maybe that just is manifesting in you getting overwhelmed, like mentally overwhelmed or overstimulated a lot right now. There are so many different planetary alignments and shifts that are happening that could also be adding to this, but I'm just sensing that, like, I'm not sure if it's the people in your workplace, the people who you live with, your social circle, or what. I'm not sure if you're very active online and you have a lot of people who have eyes on you online, but it's really time to protect your energy a lot more, and a lot more when it comes to just like that third eye space. So again, for you, like if you were listening about the veiling is going to be something that is really going to help you at this time, just like as a physical representation to protect that area for you so that you're not really getting psychically attacked, because it's almost like if people say your name, if people are talking, saying stories and talking about you, like in any way, shape or form, I feel like you feel it, and you don't always have to be like feeling all of that, what people are like saying or when they're saying things like that. It's just like too much. It's just too much to like bother you. And it's just like, we gotta cut that out. And so, not only do we need to like protect you in that way, but if you are also not energy cleansing yourself very consistently, that could be another reason why you're feeling impacted by a lot of just like random energy. So you may not even know where it's coming from. You could just be waking up one day and you're like, already this is a crap day, like I can feel it in my energy, like when is it gonna let up, and it just like doesn't. Or you'll experience these different kinds of sensations or pressures or aching points, sharp shooting pains in your body for no reason. I feel like people are talking about you, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like, I don't know what exactly that they're saying, but I feel like you're involved in a lot of conversation, or people are just having your name in their mouth, whether they're jealous, whether it's a work related thing, whether, you know, you're up for even like a big promotion or something. I don't know, but it's definitely something where your name's in a lot of people's mouths, a lot of people's heads. Could just be that people are thinking about you a lot as well, and like they're just sending you these impressions after impressions after impressions, and that's like one of the biggest thing that your spirit guides have to say to me at this time. So cleansing your energy so that you're not feeling the impact of it anymore, and protecting your energy so that again you're just like blocking that from even really affecting you any way, shape or form, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, because I don't want them to be able to take your energy from you. And I can almost sense right now that your energy is very low, and maybe that's why you're like, all areas are concerning, because it's almost like all encompassing. Your energy is feeling very low, very, very low. Honestly, if I were to tap into just like your aura, which is like way, way, way zooming out from where I am right now, and like more zoomed in, but if I were to like tap back out, I could see a lot of like impurities around your energetic field, and it's almost like muddying it all up. It's almost like darkening it up almost. And when I see like an aura, or, you know, sensing that the energetic field is in a state where it needs to protect itself, it gets darker, because black is like that protective color. So you may be even wearing a lot more black lately. You may just be in the shadows, like maybe you're just like, oh, turn the lights off, or, you know, maybe it's been even very gloomy where you are externally with the weather too. But I'm just sensing like a whole encompassing, like almost like a gloom, if that makes sense. And it's not something that you're making up. It's not just in your head. It's not just because your monthly cycle, and it has something to do with the planetary shifts, but it doesn't all have to do with the planetary shifts. You're like, girl, I'm the dog drinking tea in the house fire lately. Yes. That is so funny. At first I was just like, okay, wait, no, like tea house. I was like, no, I know that meme. You're like, everything is fine. Yeah, like I can tell it's not, and I can tell that you're also not crazy. But I feel like other people aren't understanding you when you're trying to like express yourself about this. Like again, being overstimulated, or just like feeling annoyed very easily, or just feeling very triggered all of a sudden. It's just like really too much. So again, I'm not sure when the last time that you've been energy cleansing yourself was. That's a tip I have to give everyone. If you guys in general, Shasta or outside of Shasta, are not energy cleansing yourself, that's literally like you not brushing your teeth every day. It's literally like you not ever washing your laundry. It's literally like you not ever taking a shower. It's literally like you not washing your hands after you use the bathroom. Can you imagine doing that for days and 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 days? You will start to be stinky. You will have an aroma. People will repel you, and people will not say nice things to you behind your back if you are stinky. And so I'm just saying that energy cleansing is super important, and to incorporate those 5 elements is definitely a necessity for you at this time. For you, I would definitely say, Shasta, water, I think, can be very helpful. Make sure you're using the element of the moon for that, like, for sure. Florida water is definitely going to be great, so like use that if you have it. But I think the next new moon or full moon, you should make a whole big thing of some moon water and just program it for protection, and just drink it every single day. Put it in your coffee, put it into your pet's water, I don't care. Have some with you and put it into your work, put it into your car, like literally everything. You can even have it just in a spray bottle and spray it onto your bed sheets, spray it into your car, spray it into your like, if you wanted to, you can have like essential oil and some water, maybe like a little bit of alcohol or something like that. Maybe not alcohol, but maybe like a essential oil and some of that moon water. Put it into a spray bottle and shake it and spray it into your office or something like that, so that you are just allowing yourself to not only feel spiritually protected and cleansed at the same time, but like you're seeing it happen. That could really help you kind of connect like the spirit and the matter process of it all. It's impacting your throat. I think that you are not being heard the way that you're trying to be heard. I feel like you have been miscommunicating a lot, and it's not all your fault. Like it really is not, but I can understand how other people, it will just like rub people the wrong way, like whatever you're trying to say, and you don't mean it that way, but it's like you almost kind of don't care. Like I can almost tell that your sassiness is just a way for you to be able to release some stuff, and like at this point you're like, I don't care. Like your skin is tougher than most people, and other people don't know how to handle that, and I think that they think that you're just being a little bit too harsh, and you probably are. So in order for you to just allow yourself to lighten up, because you deserve that for yourself, again, the element of water is going to be very helpful for that as well. That was a very small thing in the throat, but I see how this is very connected. The heart space, it feels that you're neglecting some heart space work. So what's going on there, Shasta? Why are we doing this? Maybe we have to talk a little bit separately to really see and dive in specifically with what you're going through in a heart thing. Like, I'm not sure if it's relationship wise. I'm not sure if there is someone in your family who's not doing well, but there's something that you're like experiencing, and I feel like you think experiencing it is you feeling it fully, and it's not. It's like your emotional body is giving you impressions, and you're like, I'm feeling it, but it's not like actually getting to the point where you're processing it and filtering it out. Those emotions have to come out, and the only way that they're really coming out right now is your throat, and not in a pretty way. So that's what I am really sensing for you. Your emotional body needs you. Your emotional body needs you. So if you have to say like F the world for like a day or two, or like a weekend, if you can, and just be by yourself and literally have a mini Shasta retreat, I think it's about time that you do so. And I think that you've been feeling that as well. Like, let me have a staycation. Let me like go and retreat and like run away if you can. I'm not sure what your responsibilities look like at this time, but I think that, it could even be you. I would say you alone is great, but there is something that your spirit guides are letting me know, like you and a friend, like you and someone who like you can vent to, and like you guys can like get to the bottoms of the earth together and still come out like, laughing and stuff. Because I feel like you kind of need that joy, and I feel like you would really appreciate that companionship. But to be honest, if you have a romantic partner right now, I think it can't be them. I don't think that you have an issue with your romantic partner. I'm not really sure unless we talk to each other and I can figure that out. But it can't be the romantic partner if you have one. It has to be like a best friend or like a sister or like a cousin or something like that. Ooh, my heart, I felt a heart pain come out like that. So best friend or sister, I'm not sure. but I feel that kind of energy, and I felt it right coming out of my heart space, like something really, really sharp. Maybe you have an issue with one of those people, or maybe you need to commune with those people. But there's something really, really big around the heart space, and you're not doing all that you can be doing to address it. I think you just need a good weekend. I don't think it has to be harder than that. I think that you need to like go sit by a lake, chill, have some coffee, do what you gotta do, listen to some music, be around some newness, be around nature for real. If you have not been around nature in a long time, nature is calling you back like no other, And you may experience that too with like the external, just like the external world. Like you can notice a whole bunch of animals coming through your windows, and like not through your windows, but like coming to your windows, and you're like, oh, I've never seen that animal here before. Or like you're on the road and you're like, oh, like I'm seeing this deer and it's crossing the road. Like, you know, things like that where nature is just kind of like making its way to you a lot more often. There's a reason why for that. What else was I experiencing? A little bit of the sacral for you as well. More emotions. The sacral and the heart space are the place of water and the place of emotions in the body. And so you really have to, again, tap into that emotional body, but there's nothing new here. It's impacting your solar plexus though, so your living life force energy. The more water that you have in the body, the more emotions that you have in the body that are going unprocessed, it's actually going to diminish your living life force energy. It can diminish your living life force energy depending on how long those emotions have been staying there, because emotions are represented by water and our living life force energy is represented by fire. And so if we have too much water in the body, then it's really diminishing that living life force energy, and that could be why you're experiencing a lot of that gloom that I was talking about, and not really feeling super energized or feeling like yourself. So in terms of actual blockages, I mean, I didn't necessarily go into like blocked, underactive, overactive, but I would probably say that like the third eye is overactive. I would say that it's impacting your throat, and that's also overactive. I would say that the heart space is overactive, and you're not doing anything to like release or bring it back into a state where it's like, it's just like help, like your heart is like reaching all the way out that it possibly can, like as far as it can. It's heavily impacting your solar plexus. So I would say your solar plexus is underactive, and then your sacral, I'd probably say it's in a blocked state like that. Let me see if there's anything else. And no, that's all I have for you, Shasta. So I will send you a little report in your email afterwards and kind of break some things down for you. But if you want to have a chit chat in the email about some things, then we definitely can. I got you covered, but that's all that I have for you right now. So thank you for allowing me to tap into your energy. I'm going to go ahead and close you out. Beautiful. And then I think we have our last one. Anyone else who would like to get an energy report, energy reading, you still can do so. It's just going to come to you in an email instead. So go ahead to the top of my page, click the link in my bio, click Energy Insight Report, and let me know what your areas of concern are. And then we'll do a breakdown of your energy just like you are seeing me do right now. And you will have it in your email instead of the live stream. And then I think all I have left is Courtney. Okay, so Courtney, relationship with money specifically. Let's go ahead and see. I'm going to go ahead and tap into your energy. Consent out loud in your head or even in the chat. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Solar plexus is the biggest thing that I'm seeing impact your financial state. It's that confidence. Your heart is in the right place. Your heart is definitely there. And I feel like when you connect your own energy to the energy of money, trying to figure out like, why isn't it here? Or like, you know, this, that, and the other, you're trying to open your heart more. And at this time, it's not about your heart. It's about your level of confidence. And it's always going to be about your root. Whenever we're having money issues, it's typically always the root or a combination of something going on in the lower three energy centers. And of course, the heart space. Definitely the mentality, the mindset, it's a huge part of it, but ultimately you can have the right mentality all day long, but if your energy in the lower three, which you already know, centers is not right, is not aligned, you can affirm all day long and it won't make an actual change. As above, so below. So if there are things that need to be released in the lower levels, then that is something that needs to happen first in order for then that beautiful mentality or mindset or affirmation belief systems to really take off. At least in my work, I don't see very often that, I mean, it can, but I don't very often see that like belief eliminates fear. I feel like the fear blocks your ability to actually believe, if that makes sense. So if you've been doing a lot of mental work, mindset work, that's great. You can keep that up, but really we have to focus on the fear. There's a lot of fear. It's insecurities in the solar plexus, but definitely for you, I would say the two main points right now that are impacting your finances the most are going to be your solar plexus and your root. So really focus on those two. You can have confidence in many different other things, and that's fine. But if you don't have confidence in your ability to support yourself, you don't have confidence in the things that you're offering to sell, you don't have confidence in your ability to network or engage with those who need you, if you don't have the confidence in your ability to just package something up and again like sell it or be open to the opportunities that are presenting themselves to you. If opportunities are presenting themselves to you, it means that you can do it, like you are able to do it. So have the confidence and know-how that the universe would send you an opportunity or a possibility if you weren't supposed to do it, if you weren't meant to do it. So there's a lot that goes into like that aspect, but also the root, like your spirit guides aren't even showing me exactly what it is, but they're just letting me know it's in the root, and it's just fear. So getting into that version of yourself that is holding on to that fear is important. So of course you can do some shadow work, but I would definitely say like really get to the version or versions of you that are experiencing the most fear. So those could be certain times in your life, certain eras, certain decades, certain ages. And even if you don't have those specific ages, like we don't have to like think our way all of it, like all into it. We just have to feel our way there. Like, okay, there's a lot of fear when it comes to like rent. There's a lot of fear when it comes to like this. There's a lot of fear when it comes to, my past situations. Maybe I failed myself in the past. Maybe I wasn't able to trust myself with money in the past. Like getting into that version of you and understanding that version of you and then creating a different version of you that's actually, now we're getting into like identity work, but creating a different version of you that's able to say, I've got you, you're covered, you're stable, you're secure. Something that has really helped me personally is these 4 words of ease, flow, security, and support. And having those 4 words and repeating them like a mantra is headspace stuff, but I feel it. I really focus on feeling my way there and sinking the feeling of that energy all the way down into the root where it's needed to alchemize the root, to heal the root. So you can use your beautiful mindset, mentality, mantras, affirmations, but don't keep them here and don't keep them forward outside of you. Put them where they're needed, which the root is all about stability, security, protection, safety, reliability, discipline. And so being able to connect with that root like never before is going to set you off into worlds that are so different. And I know that you have been grounding your energy a lot. That's great. If you want to now transition that grounding energy from just regular anger, frustration, and pinpoint it to the fear or the insecurity that you have around money, then go ahead and do that and discharge that. And then I would say get a little bit witchy, get a little bit woo-woo, get into the whole like creating altar spaces for your money or allowing yourself to have like a positive relationship with money outside of what you're already seeing like in the bank account or like internally. So have like a physical representation of money inside of your home or something like that where you're able to like add beauty into it. Plants too. I personally need to get more plants. Plants too are also ways inside your home where you can see that like you taking something from like a seed or taking something from a smaller version of itself and growing it into something that is larger and more prosperous. That can also really help you to have that kind of symbolism outside of yourself, outside of just money, that like you can grow things and that you can, you know, that you're trusted, you can be trusted with things growing and evolving and multiplying for you. So that's definitely what I would have to say for you at this time, Courtney, is really focus on the root first and foremost, but also know that your solar plexus and your confidence in doing these things is also something that needs a lot of your attention right now too. So you can implement a lot of what we've been going over in Aura House or even in Beyond Balance. I know that you're still working your way through that, but Beyond Balance will also help you on a monetary scale as well, because of course we do go through the root, the solar plexus, stuff like that. I know that you're purging a lot. Focus on infusing a little bit more. Now that you have been purging and you're comfortable with purging a lot of the imbalances inside of your energy centers, focus more on infusing at this point and really see how differently your energy really turns out to be, and allow yourself to have patience with your external reality as it catches up to the inner work that you're doing, okay? It won't be night and day. Sometimes, you know, you'll see little things like that, but you can always ask the universe for reminders or evidence of your energetic work, and so do that if you need, but remember that your external reality does need some time to catch up to what's going on in your inner world. But that's for right now all that I have for you. If there's anything else that comes up, I'll definitely let you know. But in Beyond Balance, when we get to the physical Reiki, and when we get to the I would say the physical and emotional Reiki, watch that over and over and over again and program it in your mind for the intention of money, so that you can feel physically secure with money and emotionally secure with money, and start there first. But that's all that I have for you at this time. So thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energy. I'm going to go ahead and close you out. Beautiful. All right, you guys, so I have to go, so I'm gonna hop off. But if you like this live stream, I'm happy for you. Thanks so much for even showing up. But if you like this live stream, go ahead and make sure that you're giving me a follow if you have not followed me yet, or even on Instagram if you've not followed me over there. Keep up with me too, because I have some other content that I don't show here on TikTok. If you are looking to unblock yourself from the emotional barriers that are keeping you from maintaining healthy and harmonious relationships, not only with yourself but with your loved ones, make sure that you're DMing me unblocked, and I will send you an application so that we can see if we're a good fit to work together. Other than that, I will see you next time. Bye.